guys, it's Melanie. Today I have 2 more deodorant reviews to share with you. If you've been watching me for a little while, you know that I am trying to make the transition over to just using deodorants from having used antiperspirant deodorants basically my entire teenage and adult life, and my cat is joining me today, so you might see her head popping in and out. This has not been an easy transition, I will say. I am still getting used to having wetness under my arms. I have been using pretty exclusively, besides these 2 things I'm going to show you today, the Vanilla Deodorants, which, by the way, so far have been the best in terms of deodorants. I tend to get really bad rashes underneath my arms when I have wetness there. I don't think it's so much the ingredients in the deodorants that are causing the rash. I think it's the fact that there is wetness there. Like I said, I've used antiperspirants my entire adult life, and so my underarms are just not used to like having there be any moisture in that area. And I also go to the gym 6 days a week, so I sweat there, and at the gym I have been like, this is so gross, but I've been taking the towel and just kind of like patting away the wetness underneath my arms, because I can't have that there for an extended period of time, otherwise I just develop a rash. But when going to the gym, I have been using the Vanilla Sport Luxe because that has worked the best in terms of keeping me smelling fresh. But I have also been testing out a couple of other deodorants to share with you guys, and today I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on 2 that, one I've actually had for quite some time, and then another one I just recently picked up a few weeks ago and have been testing. So the Crystal Body Deodorant Roll-On, I actually picked this up at my local Fred Meyer. This comes in either this like roll-on format here, which has the little roller ball, or it comes in the solid crystal, which is basically just, I think it's just a piece of salt from what I can tell. I have used the salt one a long time ago, but this was like, I think right around the time that I graduated from college. So I can't really remember much about my experience with that one. I don't think I ever finished the whole solid thing, but I figured it'd be worth a try with this. And this is supposed to be hypoallergenic, fragrance, and paraben free. And let me just tell you guys, this did nothing. This was so pointless. I don't consider myself like a really stinky person, but I felt like I smelled by like halfway through the day, and when I reapplied it, like it didn't cover up the smell in any kind of way, and it didn't really prevent more smell from happening, if that makes sense. I just don't really understand the point of this. There's obviously no fragrance in it, which is great for people who have, you know, fragrance sensitivities. But for me, like, I need a fragrance in the deodorant to cover up the smell, because isn't that the point? Like, this just didn't stop anything. It didn't stop any wetness, not that it claims to, but it didn't even like stop any smell. So they say that the Crystal Body Deodorant is made of natural mineral salts which prevent the body odor by creating an invisible protective barrier against odor-causing bacteria. It is non-sticky, non-staining, leaves no white residue, and can be used by both men and women. It is apparently endorsed by the Cancer Treatment Centers of America. It's obviously cruelty-free. But yeah, no, this just did nothing. This is the most pointless deodorant that I've ever tried, to be completely honest with you guys. I don't think I can return this. Be kind of weird to go back to Fred Meyer and be like, oh, this didn't work. So I think I'm just out the $5 that it cost me. But I figured it was worth a try. Have you guys ever used this? Have you used like the solid salt crystal rock things? Do those work for you? I honestly don't think that I'm a really stinky person. And I even asked my husband, I was like, do you think I'm normally like smelly in any kind of way? And he's like, no, not at all. But I just felt like I smelled so bad with this. So I don't know, it just didn't agree with my body type or what it was. I also don't like how wet my underarms felt when I first applied this. I felt like I needed to like create like a breeze under my arms to like dry it, because I felt like if I put my arms down, like the wetness would just stay wet for like an extended period of time, and I can't stand that feeling. I don't like it. I know it's natural to sweat, I just don't like it. Schmidt's. Okay. I really wanted to love this one too, because Schmidt's is actually a local company to me, and I've heard a lot of good things. A lot of you guys like the Schmidt's. They also offer this, so I have the stick here obviously, but they also offer it in like a little tub where you can scoop the product out and like rub it underneath your arms. I don't want to get things on my fingers. I don't want to like use my fingers to rub deodorant in. So I figured this was great. And this is apparently an award-winning natural formula. Again, cruelty-free and actually vegan, so that's good. No aluminum, no propylene glycol, no artificial fragrances in this, although this one does have a fragrance. It's Lavender and Sage. You can see this one I actually was able to pick up at Marshall's, but I see these at my local New Seasons. So I think it's sold several places now. This is supposed to effectively neutralize odor and absorb wetness, and let's get into it. Okay, first off, this is really hard, and it also has a sandpaper-like texture to it. And what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to actually hold the product underneath your arms and let your body heat warm this up so that you can spread it. If you try to go right in with just this and like, it feels like sandpaper underneath your arms, like sandpaper. And I think that's because one of the first ingredients in here is actually arrowroot powder. I don't think that yes, there is. There's sodium bicarbonate in here as well, so baking soda. Which is great to help obviously absorb odors and things of that nature and wetness. However, a lot of people have a sensitivity to baking soda, I have learned in comments on my other deodorant video, which was the La Vanilla. Again, I'll link that one down below if you missed it. But a lot of people said that they can't use baking soda on their underarms because it irritates them. I don't think that this irritates my underarms because of the baking soda so much. I think it's that it's really scratchy. Even when I leave it under my arms to like warm up for like a solid minute, 2 minutes sometimes, it still is scratchy when I like run it up and down my underarms. This does do a little bit better job of actually absorbing the wetness, which I attribute to the arrowroot powder, but it's also really chunky under my arms. So this is gonna sound really vain, but at the gym, if I'm doing like my upper body workouts and I'm doing a lot of like shoulder type exercises and I'm lifting my arms up, like I can see white chunks underneath my armpits. That's a vanity thing. I mean, it does actually work to absorb a little bit of the wetness, but I don't like the way it feels and I don't like the way that it looks. And it also rubs off on my clothes, so I don't like that. But it does help with the smell for a good chunk of the day. I do feel like I need to reapply, but that kind of seems to be the norm with these deodorants, is that, at least for me personally, I have to reapply like before going to the gym. I can't just wear this all day and then go to the gym and expect to like be okay. I can do that when I use my antiperspirant because that lasts all day, but this I definitely have to reapply. And I like the smell of it. I mean, I love the smell of lavender. It smells really good. It smells like fresh, clean lavender. But just the way that it feels and the way that it transfers onto my clothes and the way that it looks underneath my arms, I don't love this. I would definitely recommend it way above this guy right here, but I don't know that I'm gonna like repurchase this. I think I'll finish it. I will finish it. but I don't reach for it every single day. I'm actually still reaching for the La Vanilla above this one because it's easier to apply. It lasts through a good chunk of the day. The Sport Luxe I can wear to the gym and I don't smell at all. And it doesn't leave that white residue. So yeah, for that reason, I'm probably not going to repurchase this one, which bums me out because like I said, I'd love to just love this product because they are local to me, but I don't know. Still have an interest in trying the Native, so I'll probably place an order for that once I get done with the La Vanilla deodorants that I have going. I don't want to have like a drawer full of deodorant right now, so I need to finish some of those. But when I do, I will definitely try out the Native and report back to you guys. Yeah, so hopefully that was helpful. I know a lot of you are trying to make the transition from using antiperspirants to just using a deodorant or a more natural deodorant. It's a tough transition. I mean, when you're used to your whole life just having that area be nice and dry and not smelling, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm wet. Weird. Ugh, I'm starting to get a rash. Ugh. Put hydrocortisone on it quick. Fix it before it gets worse. You know, like, it's a tough transition. I think it's a worthwhile transition. The reason that I'm personally doing it is because obviously aluminum is not a great thing to be putting in your body time after time after time, but you know, and I don't know that it's like a 100% proven link between the breast cancer potential and using aluminum-based antiperspirants. I mean, I just assume it's probably safer to not use the aluminum-based antiperspirants. Anyway, do with that information what you will. Do some of your own research and determine whether you think it's enough of a risk to make the transition, or if you're not interested in it, just keep using deodorant and antiperspirant. So let me know if you guys have used either of these, what your thoughts are, because I'm kind of curious about feedback from you. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye.